Hello, guys. Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening, team. Okay, chalo, nice to see you guys in the house. Let's get started. Who do we have? Who do we have? Good evening, Prasanna. Good evening, Rachna. Good evening, Rajni. Yes, I'm doing good. How are you guys? Let's get started. Let's get started for the day, everybody. Gaurav is in, Murunali is in, Sangeeta, Nakul. Good evening, team. Moksha is in. Good evening, guys. So nice to see you. Okay, it's not part of any of our days and plans that we are taking this session. Okay, so this is something ad hoc, and it's not going to happen on a daily basis. So today is one of a day where we are launching this initiative, and with all the interested members only, we will be continuing this initiative. Okay, so this is for the first time that we are launching. We have not done it in the past, but we have done some similar models and which really gives results. Okay, so I particularly know that great results will be happening once we execute the system properly. Okay, and yes, as we go on with our next upcoming batches, like from August onwards, we will be launching our next batch, 7th of August. So first Monday of every month, that's how we launch our batch. Okay, 2 weeks, 3 weeks program of step-by-step strategy of job hunting. But there is one major problem which you need to understand, okay, which is there with a lot of people, and majority of the people get stuck with that. The point is, somehow, if you're logical, if you're sensible, even if you hunt it on internet or maybe something like this program that we are doing, as part of that, we are sharing a lot of valuable ideas. Okay? And if those who people who implement these ideas, they're really getting results. Okay? I'm telling you guys, you just do it for 1 month, 2 months, all the things that we are saying, and guaranteed job will come. The thing is that you have to be prepared properly. Okay, otherwise, dekho guys, you just understand this basic funda. Okay, how marketing works. First of all, there has to be a product. It has to be a good decent product, not extraordinary product, but at least a decent product. And then marketing and sales happen. And when a decent product meets a good marketing plan, then the sale happens. And that's how all these big empires of the world are running, right? All the products that we purchase, buy, and use on a daily basis. You need to understand, when you're doing this job hunting, your knowledge is that product. And then comes the marketing, which is the strategy that we are talking: job hunting, resume preparations, applying, following up, and like all the things that we are discussing. Now, the point is, if you do all that, of all the sales, trying to get into HR, LinkedIn connections, following up with them, applying them, and being really regressive, but if knowledge is not there, it's not going to work out. The end result will not be good. You might get interviews, but selections, criterias, that might be tough. And even if you get qualified into the job, then also life will be problematic because you don't have the knowledge. So the two conclusions: you have to gain the knowledge, and then you have to do this all job hunting related system. Okay? Now there are multiple sources of getting knowledge, so you guys just figure out all that. But now the conclusion why this initiative required is, people might know these techniques and things, okay, but still there will be very few people who will be consistently applying these techniques for the next 1 month or 2 months. That's human nature. And I know that majority of the people, due to some reason or the other, I'm not saying they are bad or this or that, but somehow it's in human beings attitude. Okay, very few people, maybe 10%, 20%, they will apply these techniques consistently for the next 1 to 2 months of time. Rest of the people, after 1 week, somehow naturally their actions will be stopped. Okay, somehow that's a human nature. We are not naturally consistent at something, even as important thing as getting a job. Okay, and the core reason for that is, nobody is really pushing you for that. When you were in your schools and colleges, then there was a deadline. Okay, you have to pass the exam by so and so date. There was a defined syllabus. You're doing that, accomplishing, getting it. Right now, there is only family pressure, friends pressure, expectation: get the job, get the job. But it's not very nicely defined for yourself. It's an open system, right? There is no boundary. You can get a job in 2 months or 6 months or 1 year. Now, point is, you have to build the system for yourself. in how much time I want to get the job, what is my deadline for getting the job, then what activities I should follow, what should be my preparation plan, what should be my job hunting plan, and daily how much amount of efforts I should put. You have to build this whole system of getting a job for yourself. Dekho guys, just wishing is not going to work. You have to convert it into actions. And that is where we are coming today. Because yes, it is hard work. It is lot of intelligence required and consistency required so that you can do this on a daily basis till the time you get the results. Okay? And that is where we are trying to address as part of this initiative, job hunting actions. Okay, so first, we are not going to explain the topics again and ideas again because we already did as part of our career transformation batches that we are doing. As part of this, the core focus is we execute it and then we closely monitor it, how the progress is going, and then we keep improving on that, okay, time and time again. So, and let's say if you have anybody of you have not attended our previous month's career transformation, let's say July batch or June batch, if you have not attended that, I would suggest you don't take actions along with this group right now. You join first the next batch, which is starting from 7th of August. Understand the techniques there. Along with them, we will again start this action initiative. So there you can come as part of that. Because we are not going to here repeat the same things again and again because we are already talking. So let me share the screen. What is the plan that we are trying to do? And then you guys can get converted into actions. First, we are not going to discuss ideas. As part of this, we are going to focus on taking actions consistently on the ideas which we have already discussed. Okay. And look, guys, please understand one thing. Don't keep chasing things, right? You know all the answers, and still you might be still wondering, what should I do? What should I do? Guys, I'm telling you, you will keep running for entire 1 year, asking just questions, what should I do? What should I do? And even answers are coming to you. If you're not implementing it, it's not going to make any sense to you. And then you will be like, "Arey, this is also not working." You will leave it and go to something else. Understand the problem is somewhere in your processing the ideas and implementing those ideas. So don't keep just running. What should I do? What should I do? We discussed all the techniques. If you implement this, you will guaranteed get job. And plus, yes, logically think through something. If you can figure out some more ideas, implement that also. I'm not saying this is the system and all. If you get more ideas, nice innovative ideas, please implement that. But the thing is, whichever ideas you come across, implement it consistently and see the results in that. Don't take it, drop it, and go to something else. Because by this way, you will not get anywhere in your life. Always life udhar hi rahega. You will just keep running, 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 and not really absorbing and living with ideas, implementing it till the time you get results. So please stick with the ideas. And then with time, results will automatically start coming. This is what we have even seen for the previous members. And here also it's going to happen. Now, what are we going to do? Okay. This full job hunting actions initiative, we are breaking it down into 2 steps. First, prerequisite checklist, okay, and second, tracking daily activities. There are 2 parts for the system. Okay, don't get started with the job hunting process. Don't start with it till the time you are fully ready with this checklist. Okay, and today morning in our WhatsApp group, I have shared Google form of this checklist. Right, we'll just quick walk through it, what that form is. Guys, so just think logically. This checklist will act like, are you prepared rightly for hunting the job? Because if you are not prepared properly, it's like there is, a warrior who is not trained enough and not having the right weapons going for a war. This is what is going to happen to you. You're not physically trained, mentally prepared, and you don't have the tools, and you are saying, let me get into the battle and attack now. Okay, that's not going to work out, right? Life mein jhand lag jayegi, right? You will be like messed up totally. So take some time. This checklist will act like preparation, how ready you are so that you can really aggressively job hunt and come alive from this battle and really secure a job. Okay, mentally, physically, activities, tools. So first, I really want you people to absorb this checklist, really think. It's not, guys, yes, some of you people have already filled the form that we have given and submitted it as well. But I know it's not a 5 minutes job. Okay, you have to think about every question, brainstorm, discuss with your friends, discuss with your family, look at it from multiple, same question, look at it from multiple angles, come up with ideas, and then actually do it. This will take time. At least minimum 2 to 3 days of solid time will be gone here. It's not a 5 minutes job to fill that form. That means you're not even thinking about it. Okay? So that is where it's a editable form. So you play around with the form till the time you get a satisfying result. How we are going to do it? I am going to personally monitor the answers which are submitted in this form and on a regular basis. Okay. Let's say this is not going to be a 1 day initiative, 1 week initiative. This will continue till the time we get results and we get the job. So over the next weeks of time, okay, I will keep checking on the progress of this checklist. Once we have reached to any, I will go through all the answers which is mentioned there, at least for every person. Internally, I will track who are now really ready in order to do the job hunting. Why? Because if you are prepared rightly, then we will go to the next step. Till that point, I will just keep giving you corrections of what I feel is an improvement area in your particular answers which you have submitted. And I will completely check it from my perspective. Okay. I'm having 13 years of IT industry. I've taken a lot of interviews since past 8+ years now. Whenever a resume comes to me or whatever discussions we managers and all that do, like there are a lot of obvious things where we feel, no, this is not a good profile, leave it. Yeah, this let's consider. So based upon those factors, okay, which I find relevant, yeah, these kind of profiles will be entertained in companies. Accordingly, I will be guiding you so that you can prepare up from your part. Small things, but it will make massive difference. So first, I want all you people to spend solid amount of time in doing this prerequisite checklist. Okay. Then I will continuously monitor it, make sure that we have all accomplished those checklists to a satisfactory point. And as and when somebody reaches that satisfying point, I will share another tracking sheet where we are going to do daily activities. Okay. And already daily activities as part of the week 1 of our job hunting program, we have launched it. Simple, same system, we want to implement it now. What is that system? Apply for companies, track the companies, drop them emails that we applied for you, go to the company website, collect the HR emails or company emails, go to the LinkedIn, collect the people, drop messages to the HRs, drop messages to the LinkedIn people, then track all of that information, and then keep repeating the same habits, then following up with them for the first time, second time connect, minimum 5 times follow up, and then trying to arrange interviews, trying to attend some workshops of networking events, and like doing some LinkedIn activities of technical posting. So all these set of activities, we will be measuring how consistently we are doing it on a daily basis. So once you are ready with this checklist, then the full system of job hunting, we will take actions on a daily basis, and you keep filling this tracking form on a daily basis. So you will be like, we can do it alone. Why is this tracking really required? Guys, human being ka this is a proven technique, the system of accountability. Okay, when you know, guys, many people work like this. If you are left alone, naturally it comes like, aaj nahi karte, let's ignore it. Since past 3-4 days I am doing, today let me take a chill day off. Okay, but there is a system of accountability. Okay, I will be monitoring, and if you are not really submitting your daily activities, I might just reach out to you. Okay, what are you doing? And like, I want you to succeed. The point is, you should want more to succeed than the way I want it. Like, I want you to guarantee get job, but you should be more serious for getting the job than I am serious for you. My purpose is going like, majority of us should get the job in the IT industry, because yes, we all need it, we are capable of it, and I want through me some good should happen to the IT community and the society. That is where I want maximum people of you to get the job. Okay, and that same dedication you should have, and then that becomes an accountability. okay, Tausif is like doing this along with the full people group so that you also can succeed as part of that. And then you have to, that sense of accountability towards one another will make you to be more consistent. And if you're not doing this attendance, let me tell you, in 2 to 3 weeks of time, your fire in you of I should do it, somehow that will disappear and negative and self-doubts will start coming. Dekho guys, this also works pretty magically. Okay, if you are daily taking actions and progressing, when you see progress, when you see that I'm improving and getting better, then you will be motivated to continue forward. But as soon as you see that nothing is happening, you're not even progressing, slowly, your motivation will disappear and you will eventually even stop taking actions. We have to play with human psychology, why we take actions, why we don't take actions. So that is where I'm saying, do your actions on a daily basis. You have to do it. Nobody will do it for you. You have to do your actions on a daily basis, but track your progress. Like today, how many companies you applied, how many follow-ups have you done, how many LinkedIn contacts have you prepared, how many interview calls are scheduled for you, how is your preparation going? And when that kind of thing happens, automatically you will get that motivation and fire to continue one more day, and then it will become a habit. And you do it for like 1 to 2 months of time with strong preparation, right positioning, and this job hunting. In the next 1 to 2 months, guaranteed job will become. एक ही job चाहिए guys, and it's a big industry. There are jobs there. One job we need. That's it, simple, and we can make it possible. Okay, so थोड़ा सा you will find yourself changing a lot as well. Okay, all those things said and done. Two-step process. First, prerequisites, spend enough time and try to build it. Once you are done suitably to the prerequisites, okay, then we will get into tracking, and it would be individual, not like entire group moves together to these job tracking. As and when you are ready with the prerequisites, I'll give you a confirmation. Yeah, so now whatever you have answered, your level of planning in the prerequisites sounds solid, sounds good. Now let's individually you will be moved to the second stage, where you will take the daily actions and I will monitor with you. We will together try to make it happen for the next maybe 1 month, and within that itself jobs will start coming. Okay, and I personally know majority of the people will get job as part of this, because you are capable. You need to accept that you are capable, you are talented, you want jobs, you are committed. All those things are there. Thoda sa, if we do it as a group together, supporting one another, very easily this journey of job getting will become possible. Okay, so that's what is the initiative. Okay, fine. Now, what is the focus of this checklist? I will share my screen, give you some pointers, and after that, I will drop this link of the checklist. Already, it's there in the form to like today morning. Let me share it with you right now. And I think some of you guys have already submitted the answers as well. But I'm telling you, it's not a one-day job. Okay. And it's an editable form, guys. So let me tell you, I'll give you a link, something like this. Let me share the screen. So I'm already pasting the link here in the chat. Please take this link, everyone, and bookmark this. Same link you have to bookmark till the time you have successfully done the checklist. Okay, checklist tracking, or let's say job hunting. I'm pasting it right now, guys. Hold on. Job hunting actions stage 1 checklist. Okay, this is the link and pasting it in the chat. Everybody, please see this link. I'll share the screen. We will walk through. No need to fill it up right now in this call. But yes, after the call, you can take it up tomorrow. Like bookmark this and work towards it. A very structured steps of actions, which we have already discussed in the August one. Okay, everybody, please bookmark this link. And it will happen something like this. Same link you can keep editing multiple number of times. Okay. Now, chalo, focus here, everyone, on the screen. I'm sharing my screen now. I will give this link again into our WhatsApp groups. Okay, this is how it will look like, right? So if you have already submitted the form, it comes with like edit your response. So keep editing it till the point I give a confirmation ki yes, whatever you're planning, strategizing, doing, it sounds at least sensible to even like two people more than you. So you will feel like you're already right. But when there is one more mind thinking about you and your strategy, a kind of double consultation happens, right? So that kind of things, I will quickly review your approach of individual members. So I don't know how much we can scale this system, but at least for now, let's start with whatever guys are really committed for this. Future, maybe we will see of capping and stuff like that. So keep bookmarking and re-editing your responses to this form till the time we give a confirmation. The checklist is sounding good. Now let's move to the stage 2. Once you're going to stage 2, then you can stop tracking this form. Okay, now what is the data in this form? It is something like this. I try to provide as relevant details as possible for all the questions which are asked. So these are basic things. Okay, you just fill it up. Year of passing, blah blah blah. Okay, I don't know whether 2024 people like right now they're looking for internship. I don't know, but otherwise we have covered all the guys. Okay, fine. Now, so the important questions which we need to focus upon. Dekho, first year. Let's take some time to discuss this item properly. Dekho, your primary skill. Many of you might be in the beginning stages, right? We are doing an entry level program right now for beginners. They don't really have clarity like what exactly is IT industry roles and like expectations. Okay, like you might have a lot of skills, but what kind of job are you going to really apply for industry? How will you call yourself? Like, are you trying for a front end role, back end role, or what kind of a role? At least that clarity should be there too. Okay, at least some preference should be there, even though you say you are a fresher. But if you talk during your interviews, I'm more inclined, yes, I'm fresher, but I learned this front end as well as back end. I can be good in this area, that is my strength. Here I'm still working upon. If you can give some clarity, okay, what are your strengths, which technologies are your strengths, and how do you map to the roles of the IT industry? So that kind of clarity has to be there. And just with college related putting up technologies is not going to work. So now, when you are mentioning here your primary skills, okay, please think from the perspective of primary skills. Write down your skills which you know, but it should be presented in the form of what role you would be applying for. So think it from that perspective. How are you going to call yourself? Will you be a content person? Okay, knowing, let's say, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Angular, React, whether you're that kind of guy, or in the front end, there is a styling guy or designing guy, which is only HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. They have their own industry tools and things. It's a different job altogether. Okay, front end, you can say HTML, CSS basics, JavaScript, Angular, React. These kind of jobs basically belong as part of front-end domain, or people even called it. This is like UI designing. People call it like UX, UI, UX jobs. This is different role. This is different role. Point is based upon what skills you have. Try to map yourself. Where do you belong? Okay. Now the point is, yes, basics of CSS and all will be required. Now you do it for yourself. Next, when you're calling yourself backend engineer, okay, it's always good to know like more than one technology, but try to really be an expert or good in something, because there might be projects which is having only Java as the backend. Now, such companies, it's not much need, let's say, Python or Node.js or PHPs. But there will be projects where PHP is the primary. There will be projects where Node is primary or Python is primary. Now, different projects will have different things. Now, I'm saying whatever skills you have, while you answer here, try to map it, what role you will be actually trying for your job. You need to map all the knowledge that you have, because industry takes you empty based upon some area here. Okay? You might be like database mein jana. Okay, now if in database you need to understand what role is applicable for database engineers. Okay, and let me tell you, the only role which have seen in the IT industry for database guys is a DBA role. That's it. Just with basic SQL reaching to a DBA role, even as a junior of DBA, थोड़ा सा tight रहता है. You have to know more about it. Okay, so if you want a database only expert, then you have to target towards a DBA. Then you have to study in the market. Does fresher or entry level people get hired in the DBA role? We don't know that. The point is, whatever your skill is, you need to understand whether market consumes that kind of skill for that kind of role at the entry level. There might be a lot of people saying we are freshers trying to look in so and so stream, but you need to go to Naukri and other job portals, see whether the industry is really having job openings for this kind of a role for a fresher. You might find people are not hiring freshers for that role. That might be the truth. So the point is, analysis of that is also required. So I'm saying these primary skills which you mentioned, map it with roles, which IT wants. And this role mapping you would have to study via job portals. Just see if you're calling yourself, let's say, fresher, or looking for an intern, or claiming like 1 year experience or 2 year experience. Guys, the source of truth is the real world. Don't rely on my word or your friend's word. Go to internet, check on the job posting. Are the companies posting job openings for this role for your technology? And if they are not posting, that means you have made bad decisions with your career. And you have to realize it immediately. Jobs ही post नहीं हो रहे तो क्या ही कर लोगे यार. It's that simple. So that is where I said every answer needs deeper thinking. So now primary skills, I would say here, okay, write relevant job role where you would apply for, nothing but map it to the roles of the company and study it. Let me open this editable version here so that I can make some modifications to this. Already 54 people have submitted their answers as well for this. Now this, I would simply say, map it to the roles of IT. And guys, simple funda. If you don't know how do you want to position, like if you are that confused about your own career choices, like company to secondary aata hai. If you are not sure what you want to do, then rest of the things are pretty secondary then. Okay, so please. So that is where first answer. Okay. Now the point is second. This is just a description. Take some time out to write detailed answer. देखो guys, what happens, you have a very smart brain, just like it is maybe running in a rush or panic or confusion. Thoda sa your thinking has to centralize. That is where this question comes. Okay, write a short paragraph on your job hunting journey so far. Think about it in detail. Write a bigger paragraph. I want to read because I want to know more about what you have done in order to get the job. And it's not just random actions. It is thinking, strategizing, taking actions, and studying your own actions and improving on this. So please take some time out. Write your journey. Since when did you do it? How much have you trained or not trained for that? And how have you been applying? And what is your approach of applying? And is it working, not working? Which approach worked for you? Which approach did not work for you? And then what are your planning for your next actions? How are you trying to improve on chances of getting job? Because I want to really know how much efforts you are putting for your real job hunting. And that will showcase your maturity and thinking. And if you are not getting ideas, you need to understand the problem is somewhere in your thinking process. You are lost. Your brain is not giving you innovative ideas. That doesn't mean your brain is not capable, just that you're not thinking right. And thoda, that means you have to think more, analyze more, and spend, if required, half of a day in really figuring out what have I done, what has worked for me, what is not working. Don't just draw conclusions. Yeah, I am trying since 3 months, nothing is working. That's a very bold statement. Nothing is working. There could be n number of failure points in your hunting process. Nothing is working. That means you have never really analyzed yourself. What is not working and why it is not working. So you have to start thinking. Okay, that is where every question I'm telling you, spend as much time as it requires. Don't rush through these questions. Take some time. Look at your past 3 months. What did you do? What worked for you? What did not work for you? How much you really tried? Did you go your 100% or were you like backing out? Try to find the problems in your previous strategies for job hunting, because that is the source of improvement. And accordingly, try to think what will be your next actions, what will were your primary concerns. Let's say, okay, what will be your next actions? So you will write. The more you think, the more better you will get in your execution plan. Okay, fine. So that is the second step. Now third, moving on. Now fine, this is basic to get started, but here comes a 8-question checklist. This is what is important for us, and you should be ready in all the 8. Then only we will say, okay, you have done with this stage 1 of the checklist preparation. So these are the questions which you need to care about. All the 8 you should be ready. Then I will validate it, give you a thumbs up, and then we will get on. And guys, देखो, again, warrior example याद रखो यार, हथियार नहीं है. You don't have those kind of training done and you're jumping in the war. वाट लग जाएगी, ठीक है? You cannot do that. ठीक है? Indian Army, how much they train, discipline wise, focus wise, night and day. While I used to be at Banjara Hills, okay, in Hyderabad area, next to our area itself, there was this military compound. Morning 4 a.m., those people used to start their parades. Okay, all the right, every single day. That discipline is extreme, practice is extreme. Please do that extremeness for yourself. Don't hunt the job till the time you're ready with this. Otherwise, you will really suffer. Okay, so thoda sa take a step back and then refocus and re-get into. Now, fine. Same answers. We have already discussed every of this point. I'll just touch the checkpoints. Okay, what is expectation of sign off or getting the approval for each of this area? This session is being live streamed on YouTube. You can watch the things again as well. It's publicly open. You can watch it later for yourself. First, how do you position yourself? We have discussed it yesterday. We did a 9 p.m. session where we spoke about it. Based upon your year of passing, really figure out this. If wrong approach is being followed by you, no matter what you do in the rest of the things, it's not going to work out. And if you want to see that result, you already try in the market for next 2 months and then see, yeah, it's not working, and then come and then implement this actual strategy which we are discussing. I want you to experiment. Don't just take my words for it, but draw conclusions and accept the fact, yes, it's not working. But for not working drawing, you have to first put your full efforts and then draw a conclusion. Yeah, I tried that, but it's not working. Now I want to change my approach. So please feel free to do that. But yes, how do you position yourself? Take the learnings. That's what, with mentorship, you will save your time. This is where mentorship programs are helpful. This kind of a program, you will save a lot of time which you will otherwise waste with your own experiments for next 3 months as well. So try to speed up. Don't keep making the same mistakes and still walking through your independent journey. Try to be faster, smarter, learn. Yes, learn, experiment, but make quick decisions. Okay, fine. Position yourself, write a full plan. Now, as part of this, you might say, okay, initially for 1 month, I will try as a fresher, okay, and see if it is working. If it does not work, then I will start with internship. That could be your positioning plan, which is completely fine. Your life, you know it better, you make a decision. Somebody might say, right from tomorrow, I will start with fresher as well as internship. I will hunt for both the jobs on so and so job portals. That is a good strategy. Somebody says, yo, I'm already like maybe 2021 pass out. And okay, or somebody might say, I'm 2022 pass out. I will try as fresher and internship for 3 months. Parallelly, I will prepare on the technology and other part. And maybe from, let's say, October, I will even look for the other opportunities. That is all your strategy. How exactly you want to position yourself. Come up with that kind of a concrete statement which is clear to your mind. This will make you think. I don't want your answer right now in one word, this, that. I want you to think in a broader sense as well. If first what you will try and then what will be your strategy, that will give you a clear roadmap in your mind of what should be your next actions to keep analyzing. Pros and cons should be analyzed of your position. So try to write this, describe, I said, not fill it in one words. Today I was seeing some of the answers, just like fresher, just like this. Come up with a sense. We already said yesterday, if you're saying fresher, for how long you will try as a fresher? And then parallelly, when will you pick up internship? Do you want to start right now, or do you want to parallelize? Parallelly, what is your preparation plan? And then these three things mixed together. When are you going to switch for these kind of opportunities in the market? So fully come up with a nice analysis and a strategy as part of this. Okay, how will you position? And that becomes your own roadmap for going forward. Very important, very important. So spend some time on this again, re-edit it, clarify it, please. Okay. Next, like we already spoke about this. We have been speaking about it during our batches. We spoke about it yesterday. Your resume has to be ATS compatible. Dekho, first, become self-sufficient. You are in a world of internet. Everything is available online. You should not be dependent on any human beings for any problem solving, not even on me. First, develop this belief in yourself that you can solve all your problems using the power of internet. And then sit, Google, get some references, read some blogs, go to ChatGPT, read the answers, accordingly decide your next actions. Just with a cool mind, know that internet has all the solutions for all the questions that you have. Now, even if you don't know what needs to be done for ATS, friendly resume. I already gave you a reference here. Go to jobscan.co, read the documentation there. You will find how did I prepare an 86 score. I had to work for that 86 score for around 1 to 2 days continuously. Okay, it did not come just like that. I had to work for 1 to 2 days. Let me tell you, I created more than 50 or 60 versions of resume in order to build that. I was making a change, re-uploading, retesting, making a change, retesting. More than 50 to 60 copies I created of that. Okay, it's all there in my Google Drive. All the chain versioning I was giving V1, V20, V30, V40. I created 50 to 60 versions of that, kept improving from 50 to 55, 65, 75, 85, and 86. And meanwhile, I was just trying to figure out by internet itself, asking ChatGPT, asking Google, how do I improve? What more can be done? This, that, and then experimenting. So do that kind of stuff. Okay? You can do it. It will take time. But when you do it, you will understand things better. Okay, if you get everything ready-made, point is during your interview time also you will be lost. Don't become that kind of a spoon-feeding expected person. You will be lost in your life. थोड़ा सा self-solving mode पे आ जाओ. There are some people who are already like that. They're explorers, very good. But for all the other people also, please do it. Get out of that. I should have everything ready-made. IT में कुछ भी ready-made नहीं रहेगा. Once you get to the projects, you will be expected to fix your own problems. And if you depend too much on other people, the other people will start raising hands. 3-4 times it is fine, but why are we doing your work? You have to solve your own problems. So start right today. Okay. So now, what should be your approach? Some pointers I have already mentioned. Keywords, go to YouTube, so much of material you will find how to prepare ATS friendly. Go to YouTube, read all those things. Read the blogs, go to this website, read that. There are sample resumes available here. Download multiple of that sample. And then on top of that, start plugging in your stuff. We already discussed how to use ChatGPT to input keywords and everything. Please do all of that work and try to make a proper resume. It is hard work, but do it now. Or kya hi chahiye? Please don't expect anything from outside. You can self-solve it. It is a matter of maybe 1 day, 2 day. But once you do that hard work, let me tell you, I get WhatsApp messages where people say, I started with 50 and right now it is 78, 79. And the feeling of achievement which they get, because they know everything about their resume, every single line, why it is there, and all of those things. Okay? Few 2-3 things I will just say. Point is, these kind of words are really required. Hard skills, soft skills, action verbs like collaborated, growth, okay, led, grew, okay, executed. like driven, got results. So these kind of action verbs are really having more sense. So you can say action verbs. And the second thing, it have some percentage based metrics. These are two things I would suggest. Okay. Action verbs plus percentage based metrics. Okay. Nothing but 10% of product quality improved. Okay. 5% of like application load time improved. When you mention something like this, it improves your score chances. Okay. The more tools you have, the more softwares you have, it improves your score chances. And further, yeah, you go to Google, you go to these sites and get the answers, how you can improve. But yes, spend time, make your resume ATS compatible. And only when, देखो guys, the answer is pretty simple, yes or no. But I'm telling you, if you do the hard work which goes behind building this ATS, the value for this yes will be huge. If you only copy paste it from somewhere and you don't even understand what is the ATS compatible one, how to build it, let me tell you, all throughout your life, till the time you find the answer for this, you will always be worried in your life because you never got planned. So right now is the time to do research. Watch on YouTube everything about ATS. Watch this website, JobScan, read everything about ATS. Take the sample resumes, modify, use the Naukri as a site to continuously keep checking your ATS performance there. Okay? But once you do all these things, automatically, then please come and ask yes. Don't just do it blindly, copied it from somewhere. Somebody said, yes, it is ATS compatible. I want you to research and take maybe 1 to 2 days of time. But when you have done that hard work, then only say, I will believe if you say me yes. Okay, for me, the measurement will be Naukri ka score batayega. So my measurement is just going to be this. Okay, but if you have lied, basically you are lying to yourself and it's waste of your time because aage jaake you will anyways have your struggle. So here I really sincerely want you to put focus efforts because cheating chhod do, school college time nahi hai. This is real world where you have to gain knowledge. Without knowledge, you will always be confused in life. So gain the knowledge, study, see, experiment, and once you get that maturity, then make your resume compatible to ATS in formats, in patterns, in everything. Once you did that, then come and say, yes, it is updated. That's what it is. And try to make the best efforts that you can. Okay, fine. This is the activity required here. Okay, reference site is this. Study YouTube and all references on how you can make effective ATS compatible resume. Now, the point is, I am giving all those techniques, let's say in 1 hour session of ATS compatible. But point is, there might be more to it. If you do your hunting for 2 days, you will get much more knowledge than me on this topic. And I'm already going to share everything I know about this topic in the 7th August batch. That will be additional information or must maybe just confirmation of your knowledge. But you can go and find everything on internet. Please count on yourself. Don't depend on people. Everything is available just like that on internet. You can get it all. Fine. Discussed it enough. Next, moving on. Now, this thing, very important. Yesterday also we mentioned, your resume should include the keywords mentioned by the job descriptions which are posted by HRs. Okay. Now, in your resume, multiple sections will be there. Professional summary, skills, project related. Now, in every section, somehow you need to include whatever they are expecting in this job description. As part of your summary, the roles wise, technology wise, you should include. Your skill section should have that. In your projects also, you should have that. That means this is where we are saying whatever the company wants, that is what your resume should say. Okay, but you might be like, every time for every job that you apply, should you prepare that kind of a resume? Honestly speaking, it's not a very practical thing to do because you'll apply for like 50 companies, right? and you cannot keep changing every single time. It is pretty time consuming. But if you have first, if you know that there are some very good companies which you really want job into, maybe the top MNCs, list down maybe top 10 MNCs, 20 MNCs, for them, you have to make specific resume. Okay? Let's say the top 10 MNCs where you really want a job, very serious note pay, for them, whatever is their job description posted, you customize it, use your chat GPT, customize it, and for them make it specific. But otherwise, whatever job hunting you do, I will give you a simple approach. Go to job portals, download around 10 job descriptions mentioned by different companies for the role which you are applicable for, and then each of that job description, go to chat GPT and extract the keywords from each of that and combine all those things together. 10 is also a big number, but if you do that activity, union karna, okay? All these 10, you just combine all the keywords, roles, and everything. And whatever is asked in the, like maybe 60%, 70% by everybody, try to have that 70% box as part of your resume in terms of your keywords, hard skills, soft skills. That kind of activity is required in order to say yes for this statement. Okay, I've already mentioned the criteria. Again, I'm not going to really validate whether you have done it or not, but if you don't do it and say yes, but me later on, don't say me why my resume is not getting shortlisted by HRs, because you might just be irrelevant for them. So if anywhere you have not done hard work, just saying yes is not going to work out for you. That is what I'm saying. Checklist is the prerequisite effort required before you do the job hunting. So here what we are discussing is, look for job descriptions on Naukri and other platforms, whichever you find relevant for you. Okay. Then take average skills mentioned there, and not just skills. Here it becomes like average skills. Yeah, here we mentioned both skills and responsibilities. Okay. Whatever are the key highlights of the job description, okay, mentioned there, include it in your resume. Use chat GPT to really plug those words properly as part of the section. Okay, your resume will have professional summary, okay, skill section, project section. As part of each of that, please do this. This is the prerequisite hard work required, and wherever applicable, yes, please do this. Okay, once you have done that, then you can confidently say, I have included 70% of common things which are asked in so many job descriptions. So your resume will automatically be compatible with many more as well. And as part of that, a lot of skills will be there, a lot of roles will be there, and you have to learn all of that stuff. Okay. So guys, the first is resume preparation. Second is you have to learn all of those things. We are not just trying to hack our way into, but you need to have a profile which the industry wants, and then you become that person by learning it. Okay, this is what it is. Fine, important third step. Now, after that, once you're done with these two things, both of these two things, parallelly while you're building up your resume, build it from, measure it against these two websites. Already discussed a lot about it. Just Naukri, free available. You can keep uploading, and keep rechecking your score. And here, I strongly want, let's track to have 70 as the minimum score here. Okay. So our criteria for taking will be 70 plus score on Naukri is our cutoff. And it's possible to prepare. Now you put your brain into it and do whatever required changes, because if you're not really crossing that, that means there is something really messed up, which might have some concerns while HR is really going through. So at least put efforts in these areas. Question number 2, question number 3, till the time you are 70% ready with your score. Okay, more than 70 ho gaya hai to chhod do. Don't try to just become mad about this, like 80, 90 lana hai. Don't get into that. Get into the job hunting and preparation game. If you have crossed 70, don't let it come down below 70. Okay? Because 70 is a good, decent number. Okay, fine. Now next stuff. And yes, whatever you uploaded here, whatever you selected here, that resume, I want to now, I cannot cross verify whether you did this properly. That's your honesty, your integrity to yourself. Kuch nahi hoga to guys, you will not get job in the end. So I'm trying the best to share. But yes, here I cannot validate. Here I also cannot validate. It's up to you. You validate it for yourself. But this is something which I can validate. So I would keep a close eye that your resume score should be 70 plus. So you should have selected 70 plus. And whatever is your resume, which is matching 70, I want you to upload that in a Google Drive and give me a view access. Give me view access. I don't want your edit access. It's only view so that I can download it and then verify the score by myself. Right now, I might do it with myself, but I might hire somebody junior with me to just do these activities as well. Kuch bhi karunga, but I will cross validate that yes, whatever resume you uploaded, the link which you submitted here is actually giving 70% score. And at least this we can monitor for really checking out. Honesty for second and the third part, it's up to you, but doing it is going to make you really better than the person you were earlier. एक हफ्ते का काम है, but you can do it very solidly. Okay, fine. Next, all this is good. Step 5 is also clear. Just the resume link, upload it in your Google Drive, give me view access to this email ID, and the same resume which is scoring whatever you're claiming, accordingly you try to put that link here. Okay, fine. This will be the criteria. Okay, next. Whatever your resume says, try to reflect that in your LinkedIn profile. Okay, nice professional photo. Abhi, if you don't know how to have a LinkedIn profile, just go to internet again, ask ChatGPT how to create a professional LinkedIn profile. It will suggest you everything. Go to internet, go for a blog, okay, blogs on creating an excellent LinkedIn profile. 3-4 mil jayenge. Just read through that, whatever makes sense to you, start applying all of that. You don't need everything to come from scratch. Don't wait for it. Already all the answers are available on internet. The best ways of writing LinkedIn profile. You go to YouTube, free में people would have given demos where, what should be written. You have to do some hard work. Don't expect everything to come and in your laps because people have already answered it on internet. Okay, and it's all just there. So please go ahead. If you don't know how to build an effective LinkedIn resume, search it in ChatGPT, in LinkedIn blogs, in YouTube. You will find places. Read everything one by one. Try to come and try to start updating them. Whatever is mentioned in your resume, your professional summary, all that can go as part of about section. Next, whatever projects you are mentioning, that all goes as part of your experience section. Your skills which you mentioned goes as part of your skills. So every section of LinkedIn can be properly populated. So please do that activity. Okay, whatever is in your resume in terms of skills and all, include it here. About section, include it properly. Go to other sources of YouTube and stuff, and even do that activity. So search and then come and say, yes, I updated. Not just my friend told me to do these 2-3 things, I did it. Don't do that. Do some research before you take actions. You will be more confident. Okay, my LinkedIn profile is solid. Okay, okay, fine. Next, please share your LinkedIn profile URL accordingly so that we can actually just scroll through and see whether you have really done something properly or not. Okay, now fine. There is one more thing which we have not included in checklist, but it is many companies are expecting to have a proper GitHub profile. Okay, now I would give that also as a recommendation. Okay, every one of you should have a GitHub profile, and whatever projects or mini projects or coding which you are practicing on a daily basis, put that in GitHub, as this is important. Okay, in fact, it's so important. I'm now feeling I should have this also as a checklist. I will update it. I will add this also in the checklist. Add a GitHub profile, and in that, in the repository and project section, create a lot of mini projects, lot of POCs. Why? Because you, like many people, are including this GitHub profile also as part of the resume. And then what happens is, if somebody just goes to that profile, publicly open code will be there. You will write public repositories. They just scroll through it and they already know how good you code. Okay, so learn, code it, and that will showcase a lot of your strength to the interviewer as well. People really can check that as well. That will add value. Okay, So we will add that as well. GitHub profile, that will be one more item apart from LinkedIn update, GitHub profile maintenance. Once you do that, now the last step, submit this will take time. Submit your organized plan for getting job. Guys, without a plan, without a strategy, it's all going to fail. Random actions will not get you job. As I got a thought I should do this and I did it and I did not get a job. It doesn't work. Random actions, ad hoc efforts se nahi hota hai. Your efforts should be structured. Guys, the IT industry runs like this. They plan 1 year. This year what we will work. Then they plan 1 quarter, these 3 months what we will work. Then they plan this sprint. These 2 weeks what we will work. Then they plan this day, today what we will work. IT does that level of planning in order to execute projects successfully. You need to have a solid planning for how will you get job. Okay, this planning includes what is the deadline. Set up a target date. I want a job by, let's say, 1st of September. एक दिन. Guys, देखो, practical होना है. It's not a wish. It's a concrete plan and which you have to accomplish. How will you get a job? Let's say you want a job by 1st of September. Okay? If you keep that deadline in front of you, 1st September tak to chahiye hi chahiye job. Automatically your brain starts thinking how to do it. Now, immediate questions which will run. If 1st September you have to get a job, that means you should have given few interviews where you are confident that interview went good and you will get a job. Maybe 5. This is how you have to backtrack. If I want a job by 1st of September, then that means by that time I should have already given 5 interviews where I am confident, okay, yes, I did a good job and I can get a cracked and hired for that position. Now the second question comes, 5 good interviews. In order to get 5 good interviews, how many total interviews you might have to give? Maybe 15? Nobody knows. You have to total give maybe 15 interviews. Out of that 10 you are not confident, but 5 you are confident. And then from this 5, getting one job is very practical. So your now goal comes to okay, I have to total give 15 interviews from today till 1st of September. Then comes the mission. How do I give this 15 interviews? That you have to now start solving. What should be your daily ideas, daily follow-ups, so that you can give those many number of interviews? And then what is the preparation required? Guys, getting a job on 1st September will need you to do all these things properly. Hello, hello, hello. The screen is stuck. Can you hear me, guys, properly? Let me stop the screen share. Hello, guys, can you hear me properly? Okay, okay. ठीक है. But somehow my screen looks stuck to me. Maybe some problem. ठीक है, चलो video को off ही करते हैं. Let's focus. We are just winding up. It's already 10. But I'm telling you कि a concrete plan, do it, guys. Okay? Do a concrete, solid plan. By what date you want it? How you are going to get to that? What will be your daily actions? What will be your high-level strategy? How much daily job hunting you will do? How much daily preparation you will do? What is your preparation plan? First you will learn what, then you will learn what. Daily, how are you planning so that you can get 20 interviews arranged for yourself? Everything have to be practical. Okay? Emotions aside. And then you have to see, can you do all that effort in a matter of whatever, from today till 1st September? And if you feel you can do it, yes, then that's the date. Otherwise, yes, you would have to change your date from 1st September to, let's say, 15th September. Otherwise, end of September. Guys, job is practical date which your actions will give you. And let me tell you, if you are taking massive level of actions, somewhere earlier itself, you will get your job. Something random will happen. When you apply for so many companies, when you are so much prepared nicely, anytime one good interview can happen and then you will be into the IT industry. But prepare for the worst case, prepare for the hardcore manner, and anything that happens will be easier for you before that. Okay? So this is what it is. I've already shared mm, the form basically where we are going to track this. Again, I will be sharing it once more. Please first complete the checklist, and once we are done with this, uske baad, let's get on with the second of actually taking actions. We will not be taking this kind of calls, but randomly we will meet. I will be in chat with you on WhatsApps, but please keep this form with you and keep working towards that. And keep an eye on the group that we are in. Maybe ad hoc we will arrange some call, because 7th of August is next batch. So I have like around 2 weeks of time so that we can really focus on these things properly. Okay? Chalo, all the very best, and let the game begin. Job hunt karte, and let's get that as well. Okay? Chalo, thank you all. Have a nice day. Take care of yourself. See you guys later. Wish you really well. Possible, let's make it happen.